Hello friends, gentlemen, ladies. The subject of this video is going to be never ever ignore your gut feelings. Never ignore your gut feelings because they never lie to you, that little voice in your head. You see, our stomach and our intestines do a lot more than just digest food. In addition to that function, they are a complex system of nerves that communicate directly with our brain. This is why when you're worried about something, when you're scared, when you're really upset, you feel it affecting directly your stomach. The old saying, I just feel it in my guts. There's a reason behind that. There's a truth to it. And when your little voice, when your gut speaks to you about somebody, about some situation, about some event, about some person, that's the culmination of a long process of complex system of nerves working together with your brain, taking in all the signals and signs that you're not even aware of, all the subconscious gestures that they're receiving from the situation and from the other person, and they extrapolate that and they compute that all, and they deliver it to you in the form of a gut feeling about a person or a situation or a thing that is warning you. And ignoring that would be doing yourself a great disservice. Tying that to the situation of a romantic love versus real love. I say that because romantic love is not real love. Romantic love should not even be called love. Romantic love is purely 100% at all times, without exception, transactional. And that means that in a romantic loving situation, a person is only there, and please don't think that this is in any way negative or trying to portray someone as fake and phony. It's just what it is. A person is there because they're getting something in return. It's not unconditional love that you get from your mother. The only pure love in this world you're ever gonna get, ladies and gentlemen, is from your mother. The unconditional love, that no matter what you do, she loves you, with never expecting anything else in return. She can never replace you. She does not want to replace you. She would never dream of replacing you, because there is a natural bond in there that can never be duplicated and can never be replaced. Most of us men make the mistake of expecting our romantic lover to love us like our mom. And because women are so good inherently and naturally at being such a good marketers, when they want something, they can naturally be so good that can convince any man to believe that, oh, she really loves me. She really loves me like my mother. She really cares about me. She cares if I've eaten or not. She cares about my personal well-being. No, she only cares about you because you are there as a necessary ingredient to make her dreams and her goals and wants and needs come true. The moment you stop that, her interest in you rapidly ends. Rapidly. You might not feel that it has ended, but believe me, the process has started. It's just a matter of time before she's gone, once she no longer gets what she wants out of you. And this doesn't mean that by listening to your gut feelings and the little voice that you should judge quickly, but usually you know right away when you don't like something. When a woman goes on a date with you and she just doesn't feel it, or you go out with a woman and you just don't know why, but it's just, you just don't feel it. And with others you do. Well, that's your gut feeling. That's your little voice talking to you. But in terms of you should never confuse that with a romantic situation, in terms of thinking that it's real love, because it is not. It can never be, and there are no exceptions. Be realistic about it, and get into romantic relationships and enjoy women, enjoy members of the opposite sex, or any kind of love you're into. But know that it's transactional. It's always because they're also getting something out of it. And the moment they stop getting that, their interest in you ends almost immediately. You could see it. You could see it in their face. You could see it in their eyes. You know the old song, you've lost that loving feeling. I can see it in your eyes. You can, if you're observant, if you're not blinded by your own imagination and by your own delusional thoughts. You can see it if you're realistic. And to me, that's part of the very definition of being red-pilled. This is not being to me, the people that are monk, they call themselves monk, they go into monk mode and they kiss off. I'm talking about men now. They kiss off women and they say, that's it, I'm red-pilled and I don't need women anymore. I'm just going to pleasure myself and go make love to dolls. Monk mode. These people are, excuse me for lack of a better term, they're downright losers. They're the ones who are suffering from the sour grapes syndrome. It's like the cat that couldn't reach the meat that was on top of the counter, and it says, well, I don't want it anyway, it stinks. No, it's because he can't have it. And these people that go into monk mode, I really feel sorry for them, because they are sorry human beings. How can you deprive yourself of a necessary natural joy that God has granted us? The pleasure of being with and making love with and being romantically loved by and returning romantic love with a member of the opposite sex, or whatever person you want to give your love to. Monk mode is for losers. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I never have, I never will. You don't like it? Stop watching the video. I don't care. But people that go into monk mode, they are losers with a capital L. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. To me, the part of the definition of red pill is understanding, knowing the real intention, the real reason behind why a woman is with you or why a man is with you, as opposed to your own delusional thoughts. Oh, I thought you loved me. Yeah. Do you understand? It's the simplest things sometimes are the hardest things to understand. You could use this gut feeling and the little voice in your head about what's going on now since late February of this year, about this pandemic, about this virus that's going on, about the how it's being used by certain elements of the government to control and not out of care for the public, as they want us to believe. And your gut feeling also is not lying to you about that either. I talk to so many people that they say, well, I always felt from the beginning that there's something up with this. Well, they're right. So many people cannot have this collective gut feeling and a little voice about something if there wasn't other ulterior motives in it. Now, because the main subject, the main theme of these videos is about interpersonal relationships, I try to tie it back to romantic relationships, male-female relationships, but I also like to, for the point of comparison, talk about comparing it to something that is real, something that glitters versus something that's real gold. Real gold is the love that your mother has for you, your father, to a point your siblings. Nothing can ever replace that. Don't ever expect to get that kind of a love from a woman. You never will, no one has, no one will. That love, romantic love, is transactional love. Expect a woman to leave as the moment she doesn't get what she wants out of you. A friend of mine was very crass about this, and he said, this woman that you think you love so much, you know, if she didn't have a sexual organ, would you still want her? If she said, you know, I can do anything you want from you, but I cannot give you sex anymore, would you still want to be with her? Well, you probably, if you really, really cared about your level of friendship with her, maybe you would still be with her, but you would go outside to get your sexual needs satisfied. And she would consider that probably cheating. So the point of this video was, never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, this is one of those times where you can say never, ignore your gut feelings and the little voice in your head. Heed the warning. Listen to it. Go with the feeling that you get. Despite all the things that you see, all the evidence otherwise, all the promises, all the words, all the other things that you see that might go contrary to the voice and the gut feeling that you have, ignore all of that and stick with your gut feeling. Don't ignore it, because it's your friend. It's the only friend you got. It's the only real truth, hard talk that you're going to hear, coming from within yourself. Listen to it and it'll always lead you the right way. As always, gentlemen, I hope this has been helpful. I don't do these videos daily to make money or increase subscribers. I don't care about that, obviously. I never asked anyone to subscribe or follow. If it's of benefit to you, if one person benefits from what I'm saying, that's made my day. That makes this whole thing worthwhile. I hope it's been helpful, and like always, I'll be back with you when I have something worthy to talk about. God bless. Till next time.